Are you in your 50s? Learn this $900 a day skill that anyone can learn online. That's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. And here's the best part. It has nothing to do with tech skills, getting a second job, or doing anything scammy. Stick with me until the end because I'm going to share the piece that ties it all together. And if you miss it, you'll miss the part that makes it all work. If you don't know me, I'm Jessica. I'm a 54-year-old Gen X mom. I had to start over in midlife after losing a big chunk of income and realizing I didn't have enough for retirement. I've spent years in network marketing. I even started my own health coaching business. But in recent years, I've been testing what works online. And now I help other midlifers discover simple digital products and marketing strategies so that they too can make real income. These strategies work even if you've never sold anything online before. If I can figure this out with no tech skills, being a caregiver, just having a busy life, then you can too. Let's start with this and let me ask you, have you ever felt like you were just too old to learn something new? Well, you are not. And one of the skills that I needed to learn in order to make this work was attraction marketing. Now, I knew that it wasn't the same as traditional marketing, but I thought that attraction marketing meant that you had to be like young and attractive. But the truth is, attraction marketing is about learning how to share your story, and that has no age limits. It's not about dancing on TikTok. It's not about cold calling people. And it's definitely not about sliding into someone's DMs after you have stalked them on social media. It's all about learning how to communicate your journey, your path, why and how you're where you are today. When you learn to do this well, this can open the door to $300, $600, $900 days because people connect with you, not a sales pitch. So if you can talk about your life, you can learn this skill. Age is not a barrier, it's actually an advantage. Look at all the life experience you have right now to share, and that's what people are going to connect with. If this resonates with you already, be sure to hit subscribe and stick with me because I'm still going to show you how people in their 50s are learning how to have $900 day commissions, and this is without any tech skills. But maybe you're thinking, how can I even get anyone to listen to my story? This is where learning the art of storytelling comes in. It's not about facts and figures, it's about connection. Here's the truth. Most of the Gen X people I know have fears that keep them awake at night about retirement, about how they're going to manage raising their kids and taking care of their parents, about getting out of debt. That's golden because someone out there needs to hear your version of what you're going through. And even more importantly, what you found to fix it. And because obviously you are not alone in your challenges, your fears, your concerns, there's no need to be embarrassed about telling your story. You know you're not the only Gen X who looked at their retirement account and cringed. And you're definitely not the only Gen X woman who is sandwiched between kids, maybe even grandkids, and aging parents and trying to balance all of that. The moment you tell that story, you attract people that see themselves in you. And that's when the magic of online income begins. Now, maybe you're worried that you don't have the right sales or tech skills to make money online. Sure, you can work a phone and you can work your way through these social media apps just scrolling, but to actually make money online, here's the truth. You don't have to have tech skills. You don't have to be a whiz at computers. You just need a blueprint, a simple step-by-step system that shows you how to position your story in front of people who are already searching for answers. You see, I've started a business before, and there's a lot involved. Since I don't know how to do websites, didn't know anything about coding or any of that, I had to pay somebody to do that. And that is an expense that a sole business owner, a new business owner, does not want to have to incur when you're just starting out. But with an online business, you can reach millions of people just with your cell phone. A few short videos, when paired with the right done-for-you system, can give you $900 days. So if I can learn this at 54 years old without being techie, so can you. By the way, if you're a visual learner like I am and you want to see step by step how this business runs behind the scenes, I have linked below my free Freedom Formula Blueprint. It walks you through the full strategy, and boy, do I wish I had had it years ago. So what actually makes all of this work? Why is it that you see some people succeed in making money in the online space and others don't? It's consistency, not perfection. Consistency. The people who win in this online space are not the ones who post flawless content. Trust me, I know. They're the ones who share regularly and are vulnerable enough to allow their audience to see them grow. But I know consistency can be one of the hardest things for a Gen X woman, not just because our lives are so busy, but because we stay in our head and we don't want to get out of our comfort zone. But consistency, even when messy, creates trust, and trust creates sales. So you don't need to be the best. You just need to be present and accounted for. Here's the final piece. And this is what makes this skill of learning how to make $900 a day possible. It's the skill of guiding someone from listening to your story to taking action. That's attraction marketing in its purest form. When you learn the skill to share your story with clarity, you're not begging people to buy from you. You're showing them the solution that they already want. And once you've done that, your automated system kicks in and it does all of the heavy lifting, the selling. Think of it like this. I'm going to compare it to owning a coffee shop because I love coffee. Let's say this is going to be a 24-hour coffee shop. So you do all of the work up front. You set up the shelves, you put the menu together, you set up the machine so that people can get their coffee. You set up the surveillance videos so that you can monitor everything when you're not there. And now when somebody walks in, everything is ready. They literally can order, pay for, and walk out with a fresh, delicious cup of coffee. That's how having an automated business works. Implementing the skill of attraction marketing, once you share your story through your content, whichever platform that may be, people find it. And then your automated business, your sales page, your website does all of the heavy work while you're out living your life, taking care of your family. That's how midlife moms, dads, even grandparents are out there creating 4 and 5 figure months in this online space. Now, I want you to think about this. If you could use just 2 hours a day to share your story online and build a business that generated for you $900 a day, how would that change your life and your family's life? Would it mean less debt? Finally being able to contribute to a meaningful retirement savings, or even just peace of mind? Comment below and tell me what your very first goal would be. I read every comment and would love to connect with you there. And if you're ready to learn the step-by-step blueprint that I follow, the link to my free Freedom Formula Blueprint is waiting for you below. Imagine what your life could look like in just a few months if you started today.